So I say that to say we've officially entered the clay court season, right? There's a couple of U.S. events the prior week. Women were in Charleston, men were in Houston, and then you come over to Europe, and now we're getting in the dirt for real, for real. Um, so yeah, so we get to you. I think I cut you off about your point about Alex de Minaur. My view is that he is who he is,
Yep.
and he's ranked 8-ish in the world, so that's about quarterfinals when everyone's healthy and involved. And you think he beats Lorenzo Musetti.
You'd
Um,
like to think. Here's how I always like to look at it.
on clay,
Right or wrong. That doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Because he is good enough of a player to not have a hole in his game on the clay. Let me ask you this out. If we were talking about Australia,
Mhm.
would you give the advantage to de Minaur?
Sure, yeah,
Would you give us a straight set victory to de Minaur? Because I would.
probably it wouldn't be more than 4, but yeah, probably. I don't
Okay?
see any.
I would say
Musetti gets in trouble when he gets rushed. So yeah, Alex can.
straight sets going away.
Okay.
A 3-2-1, right?
Ooh, okay.
A 4-3-2. You get my point. It would be I got to play in the catch. I'm out of here.
Right. I
That's fair.
leave it. I leave the in case like it's the quarterfinals or something, and maybe Musetti. He's obviously done something to get there, so maybe I'll give him 1. But first 2 rounds, yeah, one-way traffic for sure.
Now, on the clay, is
Yeah.
Lorenzo Musetti that much of a clay court baller that you say to yourself, wow, on the clay, this guy's a different player?
That's an interesting
Your
question.
pause answers my question. I want you to finish.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
you
So
understand what I'm getting at.
he comes on the scene right in Rome, maybe like 4 years ago. Musetti, like everyone is praising like, oh, this Italian kid with this backhand, this beautiful one-handed backhand. And I know we're gonna talk about that. It looks good. It looks good. No one, no championships are built on backhands, um, but I really think so. I think he makes up the majority of his points on clay for sure. But then did he semifinal? He semifinal Wimbledon last year. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. He gets dinged up on hard courts pretty good. So I don't. He's crafty-ish. He can't really go through you. I don't know what.
Hey, Alvin, keep
he,
fishing for ways to explain Lorenzo Musetti. Hey,
I
like
can't explain him. That's the thing. I can't explain him. I've seen him play in person, and I still can't tell you he's a shot maker. But like, you can't really make a you can ish. He's ish.
He's ish. His whole game
He's
is
ish.
Alvin,
It's ish.
Alvin, I'm going to call it like it is. I
Fair,
could
okay.
be wrong. I could be right. I'm just calling it like it is. I'm a tennis fan. I'm a tennis coach. I know the game. I know what I see. I would never take anything away from these players. These guys are all phenomenal. I've said that multiple times.
It goes without saying. Sure.
So we're comparing them to the other greats of the game. We're not comparing them to me. We're not comparing them to you. We're comparing them to them. All right.
Okay.
There's a certain expectation if you get that good in the game that you have the level of game to bespeak to your ranking / level or result. Or it was a bit lucky. You had a good draw. And you know what? Hats off to you, bro. The history will remember you as your best result. Good for you, right? A la the Shane Shawkins of the world from way back in the day. A la the main man, who was the guy that took Safin? I want to say it was in the clay. Swedish kid. I just forgot his name. Down 2 sets to love, end up coming back. Bjorn, what was his name?
Borkman. Bjorn Borkman.
No, not Bjorkman. Bjorkman was the phenomenal doubles player. This kid was a shorter, crafty Swedish kid. Started serving and volleying. He was doing so poorly against Murat. He was, and I want to come back to Murat Safin, by the way.
I got time for Murat right now.
Let's just make sure we save a little bit of time for Murat, one of my all-time favorite players. Johannes, give me a second. It'll come to me. I'll come back to it. I'll look it up.
Was it Johannes Borkman? Like, was it Johannes Borkman?
Yeah, but Jonas Bjorkman is who I think you're thinking of is a doubles player. Anyway, this guy here is it was either, anyway, it'll come out. I'm gonna look him up. This is back in the late '90s, early 2000s. It was
Okay.
when this kid was playing. Bottom
Yeah.
line, he was there. He was kind of the Mikey Russell of the Swedish contingency. Not as clearly not the Mats Wilander and Edberg and level, but good kid. Found
Is it
himself deep in the draw.
Ingoldsson? Is it Ingoldsson?
No,
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 he's younger.
it was something. It was either Johansson. Johansson sounds familiar, but I gotta. I'll
Well,
pick it.
someone in the comments will let us know.
Sure.
We'll leave it to the people.
So, my point being, these are guys that overachieved, went a little bit past what they thought, and literally stunned the crowd, as the expression is, with what he did. Right? I think the Musetti camp would like to think that he's not a stun the crowd kind of player. He's not a Jurgen Meltzer, which I think was a great player. He's not a catching off. He's a player who thinks he's top 20, top 10, top 5 potentially material. So as such, I have to put him in that realm. And you're talking about Simmons and Wemby? Bro.
He did it. I mean, yeah. I mean,
you've got to now be top 20 in the world. Now
yeah, my hesitation was like, what do you think he is versus what he thinks he is?
Now we're talking. We're taking nothing away from his final, by the way. He reached the final. Let me say that. Of Monte Carlo of a 1,000. So clearly
grinded all the way there.
Grinded the whole time. I mean, remember
three setter after three setter after three setter.
Grinded. I mean,
that's Pharrell. That's Pharrell and the clips right there. Yeah,
100% Jazzy Faye was in there. He was grinding from day right when he showed up. Now, I want to say this. I felt Alex de Minaur lost the match more than Musetti won.
Fair.
Now, I think that's more than fair, and I'm trying to be very honest and very clear with both people. Alex de Minaur had an opportunity, in my opinion, to notch his belt to get to a final himself at the ATP 1000 on clay and really set a standard that, hey, I can play on clay as well. Alex de Minaur did not knock down the door of that opportunity. I felt like he tried to attack the backhand, so much so that he brought the backhand online.